The case, known as Trophy Wife Murder on Safari, involves the suspicious death of billionaire Richard Vaughn during a luxury safari in East Africa. His wife, Katherine Vaughn, emerged from the incident not only unscathed but later disappeared from public view entirely. While officially ruled an accident caused by a lion attack, forensic inconsistencies, behavioral patterns, and circumstantial evidence suggest a calculated act of murder disguised as wildlife misfortune. Richard Vaughn was 62 years old at the time of his death. He was an industrialist and venture capitalist with an estimated net worth of $3.4 billion. Vaughn had been married 3 times prior to Katherine, and each marriage ended in divorce. He was known for his dominant personality, risk-seeking behavior, and a taste for lavish spending. His safari history was extensive, and he had a reputation for disregarding safety protocols in favor of thrill-seeking. Katherine Vaughn, age 38, had limited public records prior to her marriage to Richard. She was said to have studied art history, though no verifiable degrees were found. Her personality was described as reserved, highly observant, socially poised, and emotionally restrained. She rarely appeared in media or public events and maintained a low profile throughout her marriage. Within 72 hours of Richard's death, Katherine disappeared from public record. The Vaughn marriage exhibited classic power imbalances. Richard's history of controlling behavior and Katherine's strategic silence suggest a dynamic often seen in high-net-worth marriages where one partner holds financial dominance and the other leverages emotional or psychological control. Katherine's behavior during the safari was described as eerily calm by other guests. She displayed no visible distress following the attack and made cryptic remarks about disappearance and evolution, suggesting premeditated detachment. Her psychological profile suggests high-functioning sociopathy or narcissistic resilience, strategic emotional suppression, and possible long-term planning of escape or retaliation. The timeline of events began with the couple's arrival at a private luxury camp in the Serengeti region. Other guests included Lila, a social media influencer, Tyler, a crypto investor, and a local guide. Activities included game drives, dinner, and campfire storytelling. On the second day, Katherine was observed journaling extensively and made remarks about disappearing and becoming someone else. Richard insisted on off-trail exploration despite the guide's warnings. On the third day, Richard, Katherine, and the guide separated from the group. They encountered a lioness, and Richard was attacked and killed. Katherine returned unharmed. The guide confirmed the death as wildlife-related. The following morning, Katherine departed via private charter to Nairobi using an alternate identity, Elena Marin. Passport and documents had been prearranged, and funds were transferred to an unknown third party. The official cause of death was listed as a mauling by a lioness. Bite marks were consistent with a large feline, and there were no signs of struggle from Katherine. However, inconsistencies emerged. The lioness was known to be territorial due to cubs, making her behavior unusual unless provoked. Katherine's clothing showed blood spatter inconsistent with proximity to the attack. There were no defensive wounds on her body. The guide's account lacked detail, and he was later unreachable. Unverified evidence included a satellite phone found in Katherine's tent, a journal containing maps, financial records, and an alternate identity, and a transfer of funds to an offshore account within 48 hours. Following the incident, Katherine Vaughn vanished from public records. Investigators later uncovered a passport under the name Elena Marin, traveled to Lisbon, Portugal, a bank account in Zurich opened months prior, and a condo rental under a shell corporation. No attempts were made to claim inheritance publicly. This level of preparation indicated long-term planning. Identity reconstruction involved digital footprint erasure, use of encrypted communication, and coordination with a third-party fixer whose identity remains unknown. The case highlights vulnerabilities in luxury travel safety protocols and raises questions about spousal dynamics in high-net-worth marriages. It also sparks debate on psychological profiling and forensic limitations. Katherine's behavior demonstrates potential for calculated emotional detachment and illustrates how trauma can be weaponized as camouflage. It suggests a need for deeper behavioral analysis in forensic investigations. Katherine Vaughn fits a rare psychological archetype, the silent predator. Unlike impulsive killers, silent predators plan meticulously, use environment as weapon, avoid direct confrontation, and disappear without trace. Her behavior aligns with traits seen in espionage operatives and high-functioning sociopaths. She did not kill with a weapon, she killed with circumstance. As of the last verified report, Katherine Vaughn, also known as Elena Marin, resides in Europe. No extradition requests have been filed. No public statements have been made. Richard Vaughn's estate remains in probate and no known heirs have contested the death. Trophy Wife, Murder on Safari, is not just a story of death, it's a study in control, psychology, and the limits of forensic certainty. Katherine Vaughn may never be charged. She may never be found. But her case remains a chilling reminder that the most dangerous predators don't roar. They whisper, and they plan.